Hello, I am Dr. Shakuntala Zavanzar, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about what are the powers and functions of legislature. Let us discuss about the points. The first important function of legislature is law-making function. The second one is deliberative function. Third one, financial functions. Next, executive or administrative functions. Then, judicial functions. Later on, constituent functions, electoral functions, and miscellaneous functions. These are the functions basically performed by the legislature, or regarding these powers are given to the legislature. Now let's move towards the lawmaking function. The primary function of the legislature is to make laws. It also changes or removes old and unnecessary laws, and it also meet present requirements, and accordingly that it makes the laws. If necessary, legislature also amends the existing laws. All powers regarding lawmaking area, these are given to the legislature. Legislature, it converts the will of people through laws. The executive organ submit the bills to the parliament, and through process the legislature may convert it into laws. The laws passed by legislature are known as statutes. Legislature also have the power to amend the constitutions. So, regarding lawmaking functions, in short, legislature makes new laws, amend old laws, and remove or change old and unnecessary laws. Now let's move towards deliberative functions. Under deliberative function, in the legislature, the member can control the cabinet by asking questions about their departments. The parliament is a forum for discussion of the subjects. The member of parliament can discuss in the house various subjects regarding the various departments. Legislature acts as a deliberative body of home and foreign policy of the nation. Under deliberative functions, the member of legislature, they discuss every matter of the nation and can ask questions to the ministers regarding their departments. Now, regarding financial functions, in almost all modern democratic states, legislature have power of control and supervise national finance. Legislature is the representative body, and hence every year the budget of the nation is passed by legislature. The money cannot be collected or spent without the consent of the legislature. So, legislature performs following functions like to raise money, to distribute money under various heads, to criticize the way in which money is spent, and to audit and check the accounts and previous budget. Now, every year the budget of the state nation is submitted by executive body to the legislature, and in legislature discussion held on annual budget. So huge powers regarding finance are given to the legislature, basically to the lower chamber of the legislature. because its members are directly elected by the people. Now, regarding executive or administrative functions, legislature is the body of people which express the will of people. Hence, it is essential that a legislature must empower to control the executive. And regarding control over the executive, the parliament or legislature exercise huge powers. For example, legislature asks questions to the executive members. It also make no confidence motion against the executive body if necessary, and it censor every step or action of the executive body or government. In presidential form of government, there is clear-cut separation of power. So, legislature has limited powers regarding executive body or administrative powers, but Congress controls president through its grip over finance. So, whatever the form of the government may be, through various ways, the legislature controls executive. Now, let's move towards judicial functions. Now, legislature do not perform direct functions regarding judiciary, but in some countries, legislature have powers regarding judiciary. For example, in United Kingdom, the House of Lords is the highest court of appeal. In America, the Congress is empowered to try all impeachments against the judges, and even in India, legislature has power to make impeachment against judges. Now, constituent functions. The legislature plays a very important role in changing the constitution of the country. In England, the legislature can make changes in the constitution easily because there is no distinction between ordinary and legislative law. In India, Parliament has the power to amend the certain provisions of constitutions by following particular procedure. Now, regarding electoral function, the legislature have to perform some functions regarding electoral. For example, in India, the elected members of parliament elects president and vice president. In America, if no candidate obtains some majority of electoral votes in the presidential election, the House of Representatives elects the president among the three candidates who have secured the largest number of votes. In Switzerland, the Federal Assembly elects the member of the Federal Council. And in India, the chambers of the legislature or parliament elects president and vice president of the chambers. So, these functions are performed regarding election by the legislature. And last one, miscellaneous functions. Apart from above functions, the legislature performs some miscellaneous functions. They are: the legislature determines the structure of the administrative branch. The legislature punishes not only the members but also private individuals for the contempt of chamber. The legislature conducts various types of inquiries by appointing commissions or committees. The Indian Parliament is empowered to ratify the emergency proclamation to be issued by the President. So these are the powers and functions performed by the legislature. Thank you very much.